everyone and welcome to Year 12 Psychology. Listen to this video clip. It will give you an understanding of what psychology is all about and also some points to think about and consider. By the end of this session, you will have had an introduction to how psychology works and how it's applied, an introduction to the different approaches in psychology or arguments in psychology, and had an overview of the course, the textbooks and the exams that are included. The Research Methods Unit. We must be able to interpret psychological research findings and its data. This includes analysing the validity of the data, the ethical issues that could arise, and interpreting its meaning statistically. The Attachment Unit. This unit investigates how our levels of attachment with our main carer can influence our physical, social, emotional and intellectual development. The Social Influence Unit. This talks about why do people conform to society, why are some people more likely to obey instructions more than others despite some serious consequences and outcomes. Please press the click icon on your screen for more information. Psychology is not just a really interesting subject to study at school and in sixth form. There are also many applications where it is used in the everyday life and in work. For example, in educational fields, clinical, occupational, sports, counselling, forensics, legal, and many law systems as well. Issues in psychology that cause disagreement and debate between psychologists and their research are as follows. We have the nature-nurture debate, the quantitative-qualitative debate, reductionism versus holism, gender differences, and cultural differences. These debates can be used to discuss answers to questions such as what causes depression. For example, you could argue that depression could be caused by nature or your genetics, or it could be caused by nurture, your environment. So let's have a closer look at one of our units we cover in Year 12, attachment. An attachment or a bond is an enduring two-way emotional tie to a specific other person. We will be looking at what happens to an infant when they fail to form an attachment with their main carer. Privation is the term used when no attachment or bond has been made with the main parent or carer from birth. Privation can be formed in two different ways. The first through institutionalisation, which is when a child has been raised in a children's home or an orphanage, and the second is neglect. We will focus on the institutionalisation on the next slide and its impact for the remainder of this session. Some famous psychological research into privation have had a particular focus on Romanian orphanages and the children that were placed in them. Romania's orphan problem began under the communist rule, where abortion was banned and people were denied access to contraception. Therefore, many Romanians abandoned their newborn children, leaving thousands to suffer in underfunded state-run orphanages. I must warn you, some of the contents of the following page has some disturbing images. As you can see from the photos, Romanian orphanages were an awful place to live, and conditions in these institutions were terrible, causing long-term impacts on the children that stayed there